I keep a bunch of different sizes on hand when I do 10 and under, and if it's the wrong size racket for the child, I'll say, hey, this is great. Let me show you a racket to use for today, and I'll put the other racket the correct size for the man, and then maybe afterward I'll try to make them all and say, you know, we need a smaller frame. You can use this for when they grow or for your second. And sometimes when they come to your classes for the first day, you can say, hey, why don't you come and I'll fit you. I have demos. I'll fit you with the right size racket. And then they don't lose them. So you can handle that. You're right. Sometimes they come with a racket from the 70s and go, wow, my grandma's like that. Okay. All right. So if you want, you can put your stuff down. We're going to begin our dynamic warm-up.
Sometimes an issue.
There's a whole lot of stuff on mine.
Okay, everybody come on down.
Come on in. Where you at? Oh.
Okay, everybody come in and go get. I'm going to get my whistle. Don't make me use it.
Prepared. Like I used to do at school.
Okay. All right, everybody calm down. Everybody this way. This way. We're going to be doing a dynamic warm up. Okay, so you can see a lot of colorful spots and dots on the court. Agility, balance, and coordination. Those are the three things that you're trying to develop with kids. More so than a player. First you build an athlete, second you build a player. So in tennis, hopping, skipping, jumping, moving, all kinds of multi-directional movements are the key. Every workout at every level should begin with something similar that's challenging but fun. Okay, so I should we can my right here. Okay, coming through, I'd like everyone to try it a couple of times. I'm going to show you what we're doing. You're coming in, and the first is the side-to-side slide. Coming in, 2 steps, split. 2 steps, split. 2 steps, split, all the way through. It's tennis movement. You're going to come in and split, turn. Moving forward, the arrows show you the path. Coming in is never eat soggy waffles. It's movement with your body, your legs together, but moving in an off-balance way. It's north, south, east, and west. It's never eat soggy waffles. We have 2 lines come through. Standing long jump. Develops fast twitch muscles. 2 toes on the line, jump as far as you can. Oh, I got this for you. Next time I'm going to go to the floor. Have a way to measure your movement. Coming through. Speed ladders are great. There's entry level, 2 feet in, 5 to 8-year-olds. A little more advanced, in, out, in, out. A little more advanced, side to side. Whatever you can do. Okay? The older the child, the more the challenge. Ski the line, 2 feet on side of the line. All the way up. And go around a couple of times, try each one. Coming in, long lunge walking, strength and balance. Hold it, hold it. In our camps, we call them Shrek walks. So you have to do your Shrekkers. You have to go, yeah, yeah, as loud as you can. And we have a prize for the loudest Shrekker in our camp. Okay, these are side steppers. This is for recovery and mobility. 2 feet inside, 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet, and then closer to get recovery. Okay? Let's go. Do it. Like I said, no more talking and all play. Here we go. Everyone come on through, come on through. Just do the best you can. If you have an injury, don't do it. If you don't, go. Have fun. Enjoy. That's it. Woohoo! Go ahead. That's it. Ladder. Yeah!
hold the line. My lord.
No worries. Everybody freeze. Okay, we have a pretty nice big group today, so this could happen in your camps or classes. What do you see? Kind of a log jam, huh? Okay, so here's what we do. This is what we do. Coach Frank, come on back. Here. So now we're going to control the flow. Everyone back, everyone back. Everyone back, okay? All right, here we go. So go ahead. Go through the course. So what you do is controlling the flow, coming through, go. That's it. And then you wait. Okay, as soon as he's halfway through this one, the next person goes. So you don't have that log jam. Okay, and everyone else keep on. So let's clear the path. Okay. What was that? Well, where's that side to side? You start on one and go to the other. Come on.
Yeah. I did. Yeah.
And wait.
Turned it into you at
Have a log jam.
no. You wanted to. I didn't bring my gear. I didn't know it was going to be able to find.
That's it. No, yeah, nice slide. That was awesome. Awesome. Oh, I am hearing some.
There you go, Jake. Get in there.
Jump.
See it. To the ladder.
Yeah.
Big jump to the ladder.
Bring it on. Yeah. There's no such thing as
Wow. There you go. Superstar.
Louder!
That's a good one.
Strong. Yes.
Okay, did everybody try all three? Did everyone try all three? Okay, come on in. Yes! Okay, everyone come on in. In 3, 2, everyone in. Circle up. Circle up. Huddle. Let's go. Nice. I like it. Okay, we are a team. We are a team today, right? Okay, so feedback, fun. The most important thing, if it's fun, you will keep your kids in your program. If it's fun, they will keep trying. If it's fun, you will develop athletes first, tennis players second. There is no such thing as a great tennis player who isn't also at least a very good, if not excellent athlete. It doesn't happen. So this is really important. This is the first 5 minutes of every lesson that you do. Any questions on why we do it? Can running 2 squares around the court replace this? Why not? Different movement. Different movement. Do you ever just run 2 jogs around a court in a match? Got the picking the ball back to the box. Okay, so agility is the ability to move in multiple directions. Balance is the ability to do that with control, body control. And coordination is taking those 2 aspects and using a racket to hit a ball and pulling it all together. You cannot have one without the other successfully. So you're developing all parts of agility, balance, and coordination. This encompasses all of that. We can talk about later on how to do it without that many toys and tools. You don't have to have all this stuff, but it helps. But I can show you ways to do without that. Okay, moving on. That's your ABCs of a dynamic warm-up. You have this in your handouts, and if you don't, I have this, and I will tell you this. I have this. I put this all together on the stop. So I have this workout for you. All right, so that was before play. Now, I would love, and I hope that I have a kid racket for everyone. Everyone please grab a 10-and-under racket of any size, any color, any shape. I kind of go by red light, green light. Every coach, every kid gets that. So if I say red light, just for fun, if I say red light, freeze, whatever you're doing, just stop, because that's what you want your kids to do. Because I want to show you solid, and I don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to Now for fun, try the opposite legs you didn't choose. And my freeze. Good freeze. I love that. Okay, when you guys have really good questions, I want to share them because you might be thinking them and someone else said them. The really good question was, what if you have a kid who's a prankster and is like, and you're going to get an out-of-control kid who's just going to yank someone and, you know, possibly cause injury. So, I know what I would do, but don't say what I said, because I answered you guys already. What would you guys do if you have an out-of-control kid who's like yanking in another, you know, part? What would you do? Okay, take him out, be my partner, what else? Knuckle sandwich, okay, no. Interesting. Push, okay, we got the range. Okay. Knuckle sandwich over here. We got a lot of interesting comments. Okay, we're eliminating physical punishment, but what I would do is one good option was to be that child's partner. You step in and take control. If you can't and you have more than one of those, you have those two right by your side like blue. They're your shadows, and you watch them. And you do, they play the game right near you. If they still are that brave and they won't follow directions, then you temporarily side them for like 30 seconds and say, you can't play until you're ready to follow the rules. And just enough to make them feel like they don't want to play, and you're telling me I can't. And then you let them play. If you sit a kid out too long, they give up and say, okay, whatever. You can't sit a kid out too long, but you can do it for a little bit and it's effective. So that's what I would do. That was a great question. Is that fun? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so I need Amy, you be the collector of. Oh, yeah, I can do that. Okay, what are you going to do next? Amy? Toe to toe with a new friend. Someone you don't know, go toe to toe. Find a new partner, toe to toe. This game is called ball drop. You will need 0 rackets and 2 balls. So put your rackets in the same place and all going to walk on. Okay, I'm going to demo with a friend. Nate, or what else can? Nate's going to be a partner, and you're going to take turns doing this. So basically you use 2 balls, and when I say go, you're going to pick up the ball after 1 bounce. One of the 2 that I drop. Okay? Okay, now. Alright, so now let's say Nate's going to take his ball with that. You increase the challenge, go back farther. 3, and go. Okay, but now, Nate's little brother isn't that good. He's just learning. So, okay, here we go. Ready? Go. You can challenge the cat, find a partner. 3, 2, 1, find a partner, go.
Might be a racket. No shaking with the kids. They're testing the coach's ability.
Working for
Oh, next game is called Driving Winners. We have a demo right here. Go. That was awesome. That was such a good demo. That was such a good demo. I didn't even say maybe. You guys are like, well, you guys are automatic big challenge. And I love where he's sitting here. I love it. Okay, so the next game, I'm going to do a very, don't go for a water break if you have water. And then before you break, I would like 10 volunteers down on this next game. I don't have enough balls for everyone on this one. So 10 volunteers, come to me. Everyone else get your water and then come back. Okay. This one is called... Alright. This game is called Dodgeball.
Do I get to hit it?
Okay, we're going to start out real easy. You can do this with like 3 or 4 kids. You can do it with a small group, but I'm doing it different. Okay, slow to start. You're going to roll the ball across. As you roll, you have to jump over. The goal is for it not to hit you. Okay, now. Roll it on the ground. And jump. Okay, next. Roll it. Come it out. Come up. So I'm going to jump over it. Oh, jump over it. Okay. Oh, came right back to you.
Break it down. Break it down. Break it down.
I'm sorry. You're such a good sport. I know you did not see the second ball. But you're such a good sport. We're going to do it 2 balls. So you kind of have to have eyes. Ready? Okay, so now you can see that can get a little out of control. We're going to do it differently. Okay. We're going to do 2 balls here in the middle. Now the only rule on this one is you can't throw 2 at the same time, but you can throw them like this. So it's like, okay, ready, go. Did you get me? Who is Super Derek? Who's like Super Rouse? Great jumping.
Like a tournament, you're still...
The only thing about that is when you put on a kid, you have to make sure they're kind of keeping it on the ground. If you hit like knees and thighs, that's like really hard. The goal is quick footwork and, a ball tracking. Okay, so you guys are great. Can I have the balls in the middle? And may I have 10 more volunteers, different volunteers.
Let's go, guys.
Actually, you feel attracted. Yeah, keep it on the ground. Guys, on the ground. On the ground, slow. Go. That's not in the book, but I'm going to suggest that. Okay, so now our cross group come in the middle. Come in the middle. Okay, let's have a couple more coaches on this side. So what if we had a two-way roll? All right, so I love that suggestion. Go ahead. That's very good. Go ahead.
Dang, there's a hot zone right here.
This is much better. This is good.
Well, don't let Mark hit the ball.
I'm going to include that to the national office. We should name the game I like it. Okay, awesome. Now, let's put the balls back to the net, and this is again all play. You need two people, and you need no balls. Just two people. Find a new partner. Let's just put all our fun balls back to the Toys R Us corner. How about that? Okay, hey, you know what, guys? Come in a second. That was a really good point. You can make this competitive for every team. Make it 2 teams for every time you guys get a ball, a contact. It's a point game. Why not? I mean, yes, you could actually have the tossers down the middle, have the two bowlers on the other side, you can inbound. That's great. Love that. Those are good adaptations. Okay, so find a partner. Toe-to-toe with 2 partners, 3, 2, 1. You don't need a racket. In fact, you don't need a racket. Okay, next game is let's spread out across the court. Okay, I need a partner. Okay, this is the next game. There's a tag. Okay, it's called tag. I know that. Okay, so I'll be the leader. Follow me. We're struggling to keep up visually, so you're going like this, and then the hand was here, and you're going like that. What is the key to this game? Yes, you have to look forward, but really see all around you. So you develop peripheral vision, as well as eye-hand coordination, tracking of activities, neurological right hand, left hand, doing same thing but different areas and locations. This is a great ABC, agility, balance, coordination, neurological developer. 7, 8, 9, add movement. Heck yeah. Okay? So in a volley, what do you need? You need feel, right? You're not always going to be able to see every ball. How many great shots have we seen a dive with barely a racket on the shot and it's a winner, right? Tennis is feel. So great point. Thank you. This is really, really good. So again, how do you make it harder? Move. So you add. Okay, I was not expecting that. Okay. So you make it harder by movement. You make it easier for little kids with no movement. And then keep it out here. The older the child, the more you increase your rate. Great. Next game. Find a new friend and grab 2 tennis balls. I think I want you to have follower. Let's pretend you're little and you don't have movement yet. But movement And you're going to put a line behind it and put the line
Kevin is our leader.
all right. Okay, your teammates are going to face you in the line. Come up. Okay, and you have okay, now. Safety back there. Safety back there. Okay, BC, can you push those back? Right, now, we need all of the teams to take the steps back. This is called tunnel ball. The goal is, let's see which team can get the ball rolling between their, making a tunnel between your legs. Line up. No hands.
It's all technique. Relax.
No, wait, this is practice. Ready? Then go. Now, the only rule I have now is you can't go in a straight line. It has to be some sort of diagonal line.
Guys, communicate. Keep inspired.
What do you have to do? Communicate. Anticipation. You have to figure out where is the ball going to be by the time it gets to you. You guys had the toughest job because your ball didn't roll as fast as their ball. So you guys were bringing it to the track. That was really hard. So that was more of a struggle. It's more of a struggle. Yeah. Okay, now so when you do team games like this, it's really important to have team bonding opportunities. What's your team name? Black and blue. You know, roller. Minion. I normally write these down when I actually do the workshop with kids because I forget. And there have been some very interesting things. But they're all fun. They're all fun. Okay, let's take a mini water break. You guys have one. No, not need this, but you can live a 10 and under 6 feet tall, so it's a new point. Okay, so the question was, we're having a lot of fun, and so kids, maybe Desmond did actually get into tennis, but we're going to do a game that will transition into tennis. So that was the question, is how do you get to that point? So, I want to teach you a really important skill that you need to teach your kids, because 10 and under tennis is cutting the cord from the feeding basket, standing on a hill and pill. We are not doing those two things ever again. But that relies on kids being able to help each other. And if they're horrible tossers, they can't help each other. So you have to teach them how to hand toss a ball. That's the skill we're going to do now. And then we're going to pick up racket and play a game that involves a hand toss and a catch. Okay, so we're going to move into it. It is after a lot. Okay, so when kids are tossing, they stand. It's simple. You put I'm right-handed. It'd be the same if you're left-handed. You put your right hand by your right leg, left hand by your left. The goal is to step forward with the opposite leg from your hand, right? Step forward, and you might catch it. Okay? So I'm going to try and toss that ball on the line, and you're going to catch it. So I'm going to step forward with you step. I'm going to step forward the opposite foot. I'm going to move my hand up in an arc, and I want the ball's path to look like a rainbow. So I'm going to go step, toss. creation of a theme which I didn't think of, and I love it, so I'm quick to this format. Okay, go ahead, ready? Find a partner, but before we do, let's look for the very quick directions and I'll tell you why we do it. The first thing is, and the reason we want to have every kid have a racket and a ball, okay, is because we want them to get to how to use the racket to control the ball. So the first thing we're going to do now, Tennis Under Tennis talks about grips. They talk about continental, a semi-western, or an eastern. Those are the range of acceptable grips. Do what you feel is right. I personally teach kind of a semi-western-ish. As long as it's not extreme western or extreme straight. The goal when you're getting these pieces of course to make contact. As long as it's in the range.
I was going to say for the 5-year-olds, you might say, instead of saying continental, say hammer with the edge of the racket, you know, or put the kick in the oven,
Yes.
for the semi-western, or
Yes. Yes.
or I don't know, yeah, shake hands, you know.
Right.
So they don't really know the grips
Yeah,
that they can.
exactly. They don't know what a name is. You have to show them the frame of reference of a life skill. Okay? Frying pan, tabletop, shake hands. Personally, I have kids pick up a racket from the ground. It's kind of what we do with that one. I know it's a little more western, like I said. I just don't like that. That's the only thing I'm saying on that. It's very serious. Okay, so I'm going to go through this. I want to get you doing this on your side of the net. The first thing you're going to do, wait, on the downside, wait, go all the way. You have really little kids and beginners who are struggling. I have to put your finger through the hole and grasp it like that until they get a little bit of control. And as they get control, they naturally move their hand down into a perfect grip. So first try it as a very new 5-year-old who's struggling to make contact. You're going to roll the ball on the strings. That's the first entry-level control game. Try your non-dominant hand because we're also programmed into dealing it. Put the racket in your non-dominant hand. How many lefties do you have? 1, 2, 3. Now try your normal hand. Oh, that's the thing with you. Okay, the next game, and I'm going to do this fast because you guys will get this on the other stuff. The next game, and they do this every time, ladies, gentlemen, they do this every time they walk on the court, automatically. I say 10 up, 10 down, 10 roll around. It just happens. Okay, as they get better, then you challenge them. 10 tosses and catches. Try it. I'm sure we're all close to it at this point. Right?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. That's just soft catches. Okay, that's not a 5-year-old skill, but older kids will appreciate that, right? Okay. So let's say you're in 10 or 11. What? The next, a more challenging skill, make the ball roll. I call it make it run. Switch directions. Anything you can do with the racket and then go back and forth. Okay? Edges up.
It's fun.
So all you do is edges up.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, looking forward. Fun one. Probably most of you can, but you can follow. Okay? On the same side of the string. Oh, you're the whole way. I'm just flipping the racket back. Okay. So those are some entry-level racquetball skills. All right? Okay. Yeah, you do. You have it. Does anyone not yet how to do that? You want to know how to do that? Okay. All right. It's not easy. It's hard. So you extend the racket in front of you. Okay. I use kind of a Western forehand grip. This is a Western grip. I'm going to do it without a ball. No ball in my racket. This is what my racket really does. It goes towards my face and away from my face. It actually doesn't go this way. It looks like it does. It goes like this.
That's Western forehand is an Eastern back.
Okay. So if you put a ball on, it goes like this. Okay, that's the trick. It looks like it's going away, but it's not. You're doing it towards the back. So, practice it. It's fun. So now, I would like okay, those are some fun things to do with the ball.
Ball missing. Ball down. This is a header.
Okay, pass them out. There's some more over there. You're trying to do it. Okay, just do it. Start with the racket about waist level. If you go like this, then you're too far above it. Give it at waist level and extend it. Sorry? Soft catch? Yes. Okay, listen up. Everyone face forward now. So that was one. Those are some things, guys. I want to move a little more quickly here. We're running out of time a little bit. Okay, the first entry-level game is once you've done the racket and ball game, they need to start hitting the ball. All the stuff we've done is like the first 10 or 15 minutes of the lesson. Now we're getting to the meat of the lesson. You're at like 15 to 30. So the first entry-level game is being able to toss the ball up, tap it with control, and catch it. Toss, and the goal is to try and do it around your certain area. Toss, tap, and catch. Let's put out across the net now. So everybody has more room. Okay? So let's go across the net. Both sides of the net. Let's we're going to start hitting.
Our second.
Toss, tap, catch. Entry level skill. Toss, tap, catch. Good. Okay, next skill. This is called solo rally. You guys listening? This is probably the most important skill because if you can solo rally 5 times in your area, you can rally over a net. That means you have enough racket and control and eye-hand coordination to do that. From my experience, if you can't do it 5 times, keep working on the skill. So what it looks like is this. Top, 1, 2, 3, wherever the ball is, 4, 5. If kids are launching the ball in all kinds of directions, it means they don't have enough racket head control to go to a net. So everyone, I know you guys will be able to do this, so let's try it non-dominant hand 5 times in a row. Go. If they can't get, all little ones have catch. But you want them in the grip if they can. If they can't, then. Okay, so you want palms up. I'm seeing a lot of backhand. Palms up. 5 times in a row. Palm to sky is the forehand. Knuckles to sky is the backhand. That's a backhand.
Go, guys.
Moving to rally. We got the idea of a solo rally. We can do, I'm going to show you 2 variations. If you have a lot of kids or you want to do a team thing, we can do tag team with this. I hit, you hit. Ready? Here we go. I hit, you hit. I hit, you hit. You can have 3 people in if you need to. So that's a variation of the thing. Okay? The next phase is lane, circle, racket lane to circle. We haven't yet gone to a net because all we've been able to do right now is rally over to ourselves. Ready? High five. Every rally circle. Go to line. Toes to line. What are we doing?
Lining up a racket.
Why? Contact point. What's wrong with this?
That's croquet.
Okay, so we take one step back behind our circle, and now we're gonna spread out all over the court on this one, folks. You're gonna try and make a basket in my circle. I'm gonna make it in yours. We're gonna make a rain. The ball's gonna make the arc of a rainbow. Okay. So now I'm gonna go non-dominant. Okay, if I were left-handed and you were right-handed, what's it going to look like? Stay right-handed. High five, rackets in the middle. I'm the right. I'm the left. You do the one. You do the one. I'm a left. That's confusing, right? Come over here.
Same size.
Yeah, same side. So if we're right hand, left hand, you're just on the same side facing each other. Go back and rally. Go ahead. Tap again. The beauty of a line is that there's no out and there's no net. Okay, and then we're going to take it to a net. Do the same thing. I would like you to find a new partner, rally over the line 10 times in a row, then take it to the net. Go. Find it all from the
Oh, wait a minute.
Can we go three?
All right, so you keep it.
And now, 4 more in a row, and 4 more in a row, and 4 more in a row. So throw your game by 4. One racket and 4 balls. So lift. High five. Smile. High five. Tag team singles. You hit the ball and you get out of the way. Next ball. Competitive and competitive. Who can tell me the difference?
I'm slowing down now again. Keep parking. Those are the numbers. You can't let both into it.
So for an entry level,
20 hours a week. Tournaments also.
having said that, okay, so I love that you picked teams already. I think that's what we can show you. So great. We're going to move in a format we call elevator. Keep in the groups that you're in. I want this side to take each group and move one step up. The end goes around. This group goes that direction, one step, the end goes around. That's the fact that each partner and each
You're still a lot better. I always count your number. Just one spot. No. How many ones?
Let's go.
It's funny, isn't it?
Oh, God.
keep your group together. Doesn't matter if you play the 3. No. So for 3-4, doesn't matter if you're playing tag team singles. Keep your groups together. Find the next team down to play. Go.
Die for it!
Come in. Okay, fun factor. Very good. Teamwork. You can mix and match different levels and different ages using this format. Together on one side and maybe lower quarters or older kids and younger kids. You can elevator on one side, elevator on the other. pretty good. They're going to argue plenty of points. So then up and down the river is really, really fast. But don't introduce it too early. Okay, I want to quickly segue into volleys and serves because I need to get the full court. Any questions about rally progression, solo rallies, pass up, down, around, playing with the ball, do things with the ball. Solo rallies in place, solo rallies over the line, partners, then you take it to the net. After 4 rallies in a row, you step back, grow your space. Make it challenging. There's always someone you can go against. Always. And if that's really easy, then they start to play points. And when they play points on the red court, if you don't have a lot of time in the left, you play with 4. At 3-0, you play 1 point, 4 wins the game. When you have more time, a traditional format is the first to 7 points. At 6-0, you play 1 point to win the game. We're trying to get them into tiebreaker mode. So everything should be assessed. Okay. That's how you start to play entry-level games on the red court. Yeah.
Question. Should we keep the 1 here back here?
Really
How
good,
do we know?
really good question. So, okay, so that's a great question. Some kids are really struggling to have a learning that. And let them have it. I will say though, and Coach Erickson may be with me or not, it's harder to develop and high performance tennis. You don't see a lot of good ones.
We used to see, everybody used to use 2 hands because the rackets were too heavy. You know, most of the kids I started had 2 hands on both sides when they started. Nowadays with the smaller rackets, sometimes you see 1 hand.
You do, and that's opens the door up a little bit. You should show those. You should. And see what proud person can do. If they're really little and they really need the 2 hands, great. But there are some stronger kids who get a 1 hand. Why not? See what their body wants to do. That's a great point. So 1 hand backhand, knuckle on top. 2 hands with your second hand on the top. Your non-dominant hand on the top. Left with your right hand on the top. Having said that, you do the same game. It's roll around, up, half, slices, the whole thing, everything we did on the forehand side, with the exception of you really don't really want that down. It's more up. But then you can do flip overs, up, down. You can do all kinds of stuff. The progression is the same. Rackets high five in the middle, rally, everything is exactly the same. Any questions on progression? How we go about it? What is it? Yes?
Forehand and backhand at the same time.
Yeah. The first lesson is a forehand because that's the easiest stroke to develop, and we want them to rally with one another. And whether it's just finding contact point and tapping is great. And once they get contact point, then you add a follow through. And once they get that, then you add a feature. But if they can't find it here, all of this means nothing. It's a width. It's a width in space. So have another game you can play for Jared. So
Deep, Phyllis!
Give her the tricky stuff.
there's no reason why you can't fully stroke the ball. You need to make the ball go. Don't turn it over. Clear the red by the swing. You guys are hit the ball over.
All the way through, Phyllis. Come on. Right there. There you go. Oh, step in. You've got that. Early racket step 3. There you go. Way to step in. Way to step in.
Oh!
Yeah.
We're having so much fun right now. Look at us. You stay on the tap side. If you win the point, you go and you guys become challengers. So let's try half the game of you guys. I'll show you.
That first net on the second ball. Come in. 2 and done.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah. Stay in when you win.
The issue where you're turning where you're almost towards the middle, but they got it towards the plane. So you want to do that once you're transitioning, go out to the side and around. Okay? Yeah, again. Come to the net.
Oh, yeah.
So now, use the ground stroke volley. Okay, so whatever goes. All right, you guys are gonna come in. All right. Okay, then you check your calendar. Rotate next to them.
So short.
Arthur, what did you do over there?
I mean, I just have popcorn.
Seriously.
What's ball?
Dude.
Balls, whoever's on this side wins. Okay? All right, 10 ball countdown. Here we go. 10 balls. Okay, 9 balls left. Switch, you can. 8 balls left. Okay, switch, 7 balls left. Here's the thing, you guys are not actually used to that level of ball. So we had a different feel that was wide. It was a little, I didn't call it a full game mode because you guys felt it. The ball doesn't come off the strings like a yellow ball, it doesn't pop. But the beauty of that is you actually have to drive through it for the ball to do anything. And when you're developing your game, you want full strokes, you want loose strokes. So A, you have to train yourself to accelerate. You need racket speed to get the ball over the net. When you're transitioning from a yellow ball to a orange or green ball. Okay? The second thing, like Coach Eric said, everybody is missing because they're trying to clear the net by 2 inches and they're hitting the balls in the bottom of the net. What I might do is put a string something across. I might have a racket up here. You have to clear the net by 2 or 3 racket players. Why hit the ball that low over the net? So we would have made that correction. I tried to get it going, but everyone kept hitting low. But I get it because you weren't used to the feel of the ball. I totally get that, which is why we're going to transition right now to green dot, and you'll see how that's even different. Okay? And so we transitioned from two back to back. We did 2 up, 1, 2 back. So could that be applied at every level? Sure. Okay. It's a little more intense, but if you're using a green ball, an orange ball, kids are going to be able to handle it. The ball's not coming that fast and that hard, and they're not hitting that hard together. They're going to volley. They're going to learn to volley off of a ground stroke, not off of a hand toss. Because at some point we've got to transition them into real match play. What are they really going to see when they play? So this is a fun way to do it. Okay. And then volley is great because now you're developing eye-hand coordination. And as long as no one's killing them, if you have someone who's just killing people, then you like pull them aside and talk to them and say,
Tell them they can't volley hard. They can put it away with angles, but not with
exactly.
not hitting hard.
You feed the purpose of getting kids comfortable volleying with someone who's too skilled or hitting too hard. You can control that factor. But volley is great. Okay, the better they are, the harder your feed. The less skilled they are, the easier your feed. The better they are, the farther you can start them back, the less skilled you got to start them kind of close because it's too hard to hit a milkshake volley, right? So depending on your skill level, you place kids differently. Okay, then we had one up, one back. We had 2 up, 2 back. We did every variation. When it was 2 up, 2 back, I said no lob because then we're getting into overheads and ball safety and all kinds of stuff. So what I'd like to say is no lobbing on the first ball. And if you haven't warmed up overheads, then no lobbing. But
if they start with the lob, everybody's going to start back there instead of starting in.
and you defeat the point of volleying again.
Well, we all know that language, but I went to a USDA. Do the same thing in the main box zone. So instead of staying at net, we can use zone 1. Mid-court zone 2, backcourt zone 3. Same thing as the net. We have zone 1, here, zone 2, mid-court. Zone 3 is if the ball's up at the fence. Like really high. So Nate also show them the 3 balls. Zone 1's for tapping, zone 2's for neutral, zone 3's for defense.
Perfect.
It's a good little lesson.
It's great, and you're going to want to use that once they get into advanced orange and green. At entry, lucky to get 3 balls over the net, honestly, and a serve and play. And so keep in mind, it's good, but sometimes too much information is too much information. But if you're working on a green court, that's good information because they're ready for that. But early entry orange, not ready. So know your kids. Use it for the right ages. But it's good information. Yes.
You know, we don't have orange ball tournaments now in Southern Cal.
Not
We
yet.
have green
We will.
ball, but you know, I can see you using this with entry level, but I can also see advanced players on an orange ball court. This looks like real tennis for kids, you know, at that level.
Yeah.
I mean that high.
If you've ever, I know we don't because we're so new in this in SoCal. But if you've seen high performance orange kids, they look good. They look like mini pros on the orange court. We see them online all the time. We're just not at that level in SoCal where we're playing orange tournaments. Like you said, we have orange junior team tennis. That's the starting level right now. We don't have red tournaments, and we're getting orange tournaments. But this is the thing about orange. In a nutshell, it's hard to blow someone off the court with power. You have to learn to work the whole court. Angles, drops, move the ball. You cannot just power them off the court. That's why the orange ball is so critical. You learn to be a thinking player. If you go from hitting balls to full court green, you're just going to bang it, and if the kid can't get it, you're going to win the point. But on orange, it's smaller. They can get the ball back. Now you're going to have to, well, he got that ball there. He's there. Maybe I should drop it short here. Now you have a smart player. Better to have a smart player and delay their progress to the green and yellow than a big banger who's just a dumb big banger, right?
Do they use the regular size net in the orange
Yes,
ball?
yes. The only adapted net is the red nets, which are 2 feet 9 inches, and this is a regulation net. So they're getting to regulation standards, but just not full coverage. It would be like this. I thought about this on the way up. They've showed you like the little kid playing on the full, 10-foot basketball net and the full football field, a full baseball field, like at Petco Park. But really, if you put 2 courts together, that would be like a little kid covering that much territory. It's ridiculous to put a little kid and expect him to cover all that territory and do well. It's just too much. But if it's the right size, it's the exact same proportion as an adult on a full-size court. That's why it's not a race to the green ball or the yellow ball. It's be great at every level that you're at is what it is. So I want to transition to, now that I've said that, I want to transition to green dot, and I want to show you how you can utilize different strategies for court placement. So if you guys would help me, get a drink of water, help pick up the orange balls, and then we need the lines up because we're going full court green dot. And that means when there's a circle, so we see we have orange squares, the last one is this too. So we're going to count points because now we're...
Yeah, good.
Oh, yeah? Look after every point.
Oh.
Okay, next two up, next four up.
I didn't hear what the...
Next four in.
Sorry. Take the ball off. My fault.
You teach me how it's done.
Hit like a man, Brett. Come on.
Okay, so you guys are getting the feel of the ball. All right, we're counting points from this point forward. Here we go. 0, 0.
Oh. Finish. Oh. Uh-oh, cover the line.
Put it away!
Okay,
You guys go there. You guys go.
Oh, the two-handed.
you guys yeah, you get to decide where you want me to put this on their side. So talk amongst yourselves and decide.
You tell them where to put it.
Yeah, you decide. Where am I going to put this stuff?
No, you put it on this side, don't you?
Put it on that side. Yeah. Sorry. Right here. Yeah, where are we going to put it?
Short court.
Backhand, backcourt.
You tell me, where's it going to go?
Backhand, backcourt.
Oh, there's one. You put the point, you're out. Over like really fast, but I didn't want that to happen. I wanted you to first of all feel the green ball, and secondly, if one team is kind of behind, I kind of, give them the more blackout shot. As a coach, you don't want a blowout. So we kind of evened the playing field, and then once it was even, then it was a match, right? So as a coach, only thing you have to sort of deal and do. But what if I just did a deep teaching? Strategy, deep plus your cross, right? That's like what kids don't do today. So teach them that. You can do this on the orange court, you can do this on the red court, you can do this on any court, right? So it's just a fun game to try and do.
Yes.
Teaches, if you want them to only hit the ball down the line to the backhand, black out the whole forehand side. For God's sakes, when my kid keeps hitting to the girl's forehand, every time I'm like, duh, that's your best shot. Can you, hit to the backhand point, but train them to only hit backhand. Why not, right? Whatever you need to do, this is a great way to do it. And it's fun. Kids love it, yes.
For equipment, is there like a 10 and under package deal?
Or
do you just kind of get it
Yes, there is.
I want. Yeah.
Yes, there is. There's several of them.
If you go onto Tennis Warehouse and you look under tennis, first of all, it's discounted equipment. Second of all, I know this is a print-sponsored event, so I'm not saying that it's not, but I am saying.
Prince is the best, right?
Absolutely. All I'm saying is we recently made a donation with another gift, circles, tape, and balls. And it was pretty reasonable. But I was not in charge of it. I just know that the SCTA purchased it. That's all I know. And I know that it's sitting in my garage right now. That I do know. Where do you live? No, actually, our NJTL site, he's received equipment donation sets to the Boys and Girls Club of Lewis County. So, and that was from the proceeds of the Davis Cup. So it was a $5,000 donation to SoCal Tennis, which was fantastic. Okay, so there are packages available. You know, if you don't have that, honestly, you could just take a piece of paper and put it on the ground.
Just like duct
Just-
tape or blue tape, any tape.
Any tape, I mean, sure, why not?
Chalk.
Easy, whatever. It doesn't have to be all this fancy stuff. It could be as simple as that. But when you're done, wipe it off if it's chalk and you're at a private club, right?
It doesn't come off. I can't.
It doesn't come off?
We have to wash the porch with the chocolate. I used to go wash the adult company. But now I have my lunch. I
Okay,
throw down.
okay. All right, so this is a really great game. Any questions on the variations of it? Okay, I want to do some other large group games that you can do with kids. So one is called triples. Has anyone played triples?
Love it.
Okay, I'd like to go through a variation of triples, and then I would like to show you Wipeout, another good game for large group games when you have a lot of kids. So triples is 3 people on the court at one time. We're going to use green dot ball, and one person's at the net, 2 are back, and you play the point out. The net person is this is a great poaching game. The net person is encouraged to poach. The people in the back are encouraged to hit down the line. You're using full court regulation doubles, okay? And then there's a rotation going in. So if we could set up 1 person on a net, 2 people at the baseline, and 1 line rotating in, that would be great. Let's see if we can do that.
Are you feeding one side or are you feeding
Down the line.
He was just waiting for you there. How's yours? 5'4". My feet.
That's it. Put it away. Horse and ball. Up. Get out. Come on, stop. You got it. Education. Strategy.
Fun.
Strategy. Poaching, which is so critical. Kids are afraid to poach. Good reactions, teamwork, communication.
Yep.
I saw some angles. The biggest thing I saw in this was you guys angle volleys and shots like crazy, which is fantastic. That's what we want to teach kids. Use angles. I cannot tell you how many times I say that in matches. Angle volleys, drop volleys, angle volleys, because they want to hit it right back to the person. Like, really? Just an angle volley, you would have won the point. But you've got to play practice games that teach them. You cannot expect people to have that if they don't play it in another sport. It's a great place to get it. Okay, last game of the day, and then we're going to do evaluations and wrap up. The last game of the day, which I really love, is Wipeout. So the game is played by, keep your teams, you guys have a lot more on your side, but okay. You might need to transfer some over this way. Come on, you win the point, you add a partner. You lose the point, you're wiped out. And then the game is traditionally won when you win the point with everyone on your court. We have a lot of people that may not happen. So what I end up saying is when you have 8 people on the court or 10 people on the court. Because otherwise, this game is
We
the
need
game.
more people over there.
Yeah, let's even the numbers out. Because otherwise, it's the game that numbers. And I need to get you guys certified, evaluated, go home again. Okay, so it's the only thing is it's a singles point when it's 1 against 1. When it's 1 against 2, the doubles do not get the alley. The singles gets the doubles. That's the only thing you need to keep in mind. Okay, let's play.
Go, team, come on.
Go. 3 balls in, please. And how many? I honestly never have this many kids on a court. I mean, we've done it for CTC, but they were high performance, and they knew the drill, and it was safe. Like this is it was almost jungle ball-ish, so this is probably too many, and safety is always your number one concern.
You could get maybe 4 across, you know, in each zone, maybe, you know, so that's 12 on a court.
Yeah, that'd probably be about the max. So yeah, keep safety in mind. I mean, you guys are high performance players, and you guys get it. You're not going to hurt each other. So this was a blast. So keep safety in mind. That's a great question. Also a great question for safety. Okay, so we covered the progression on how to teach a forehand, how to teach a backhand volleys, forehand volleys, one-hand backhand serves. We did large group games. We did red tennis. We did orange tennis. We did green tennis. We did all kinds of tennis today. Yeah, we did.
All sorts.
All sorts. Awesome. So the main thing I want you to take away from this is think of when you go out and do your lessons, a portion of your entry level should be athletic development. 5 to 5 minutes. Figure out what's age and appropriate level. A portion of it should be skill development, and it's an all-play kind of thing. Many kids involved, not just stand in line, drill and kill feet. No. It should be game play, so it's match play, point play. If you're on red court, ladies, if you're on red court, it's a 7-point game. If you're on orange court, we didn't talk about this. If you're doing orange matches, it's a short set, which is the first one to win 4 games, traditional scoring. Start to teach them scoring. You can use no-ad scoring as well, they get that, that's not a problem. If you want to make it a match, you can do 2 to 3 short sets, depending on what you got. Round robin is the best entry-level format because you need lots of matches to get good. And then as you get higher performance, you do green dot tennis, which improves every game because you really have to swing through the ball. On my high school team, they walk on the court and they'll say, what color? If it's a non-match day, they will play a color ball for a purpose. We never warm up with a yellow ball on a non-match day. So you can use this for all levels, all ages, from kids to senior tennis. They have masters tennis using red tennis. It applies across the board. Basically, it's a process of learning. Take the name 10 and under off. Just think about learning and developing skills and apply it in whatever area you can. But it's fun, and you keep people in the game, right? It also has a large selection of 10 and under equipment, and it's discounted from the norm. If you are a community program, a CTA, a school, you can get an additional break, and I can tell you that off of this, and you get it more off. If you go to on-court, off-court, they have their grassroots program, which is 20% off their advertised prices. You just have to say you're a community program. They don't really ask for super proof, but you just ask for their grassroots catalog, and you get 20% off. They're pretty good about it. Free equipment is hard to come by. If you find a source, let me know. I got these through my trainings. No one gets these. I don't even know where these I don't know where, these are national. Because I'm a national trainer, they provide this stuff. Yeah.
Road construction companies have great cones. Those really nice
The big
rubber
ones,
ones
right?
that are
Yeah.
little. I use them
the
for
little
targets,
ones.
and they don't hardly ever
I have not
knock
tried
over.
that yet. Is it good? Oh, I have not tried that yet. No, I haven't.
The what?
Is it good?
It holds. It'll last like 6 months, maybe 3 months.
Was on court, off court, has a yellow sticky tape that you can use for.
Cody came into town to Detroit for literally the 3 days.
Yeah, well, quick start isn't where you. It doesn't even matter. But yeah.
Go down to your local
So
police
maybe,
station. I got coffee.
maybe chalk. You know, sometimes chalk.
Sticky for
Throw
the
down
lines, I
lines.
guess.
Free equipment. Let me know if you find the source. Okay, the question is there an average time of moving kids from one level to the next? There's two ways to answer that. One is by age. So you kind of keep them on the track per age. However, there are some fast trackers who get better, but be careful of putting a 6-year-old on an orange court or a green court. I've seen that. And you're not doing that 6-year-old any justice because they have to cover too much territory and they end up with Western forehand grips and they will never learn to volley because they're too little. You come to the net, you're going to get lobbed. So while they may be very good, you still want to develop the whole child. So the question is, go by ages and then a little bit by levels, if that's a good answer.
Guys, we have some things to hand out, so don't leave until you get the stuff we have to hand out. Can we get a big hand here for Karen today? Thank you very much.
Thank you all for being here. Sure.
What is the workshop ID number?